Hi writers, welcome back to Writers Workshop. Yesterday we showed communication between characters in our narrative stories by using dialogue and quotation marks. So hopefully you went back and maybe added some dialogue and quotation marks to your stories, or you wrote a new story and you included some dialogue between your characters. Today, we will show our characters' internal thoughts by adding speech bubbles to our pictures. So today we're going to look at our pictures and we'll look at the story we've already written and maybe even add new stories. This is a skill that will go with us through narrative writing. We'll add speech bubbles to our pictures. So we'll think about what our characters are saying or would be saying in this story. That way our readers better understand what's happening in our story. So I will show you how to add speech bubbles that tell your reader more in the next video. So this is a writing strategy that we can use and we can go back and revise, or we can add to future stories that we write. So I am going to go back to these two stories that I wrote and I'm going to add my internal thoughts or any speech bubbles to my pictures. So I'll start with the story about Pine Coach Trevor. My goal is to try to add a speech bubble maybe to every page. I'm going to add one from Coach Trevor that says, "Come on, guys," because this is when we were lining up to get ready to pie him in the face. And I am going to be saying, I'm going to be asking Coach Trevor, can I record this with an exclamation point and a question mark? Okay. And then actually I already added a speech bubble. Here you go, handing Ravenna the pie. And then I'll add kind of a speech bubble coming from all of the kids in G5 saying like, Ravenna, do it. They're probably saying something like that to her. And then on the next page, we can make a big speech bubble coming from everyone saying, laughing. And then Trevor, what would Coach Trevor be saying? Oh my gosh, I can't even see. And then I might be saying to Ravenna, be gentle. Because we didn't want to squish Coach Trevor's eyes. And then on the last page, I already added speech bubbles. Bye. And then I might say, haha, oh my. And then maybe another one could be everyone saying, bye, Coach Trevor. Coach Trevor. And they could even be saying, see you tomorrow, because he visited us every day during the fun run. Okay, so there's some speech bubbles on my story about Pine Coach Trevor. And then if I were to add speech bubbles to my master's graduation, on the first page, I'm gonna wait. I think later I'll probably add some people and I could add some speech bubbles, but for now I'll go to this page. I didn't know anyone that I was graduating with, so I was just I wasn't really talking to them, but I could add a little speech or an internal thought. So this isn't so much what I'm saying out loud, but just kind of a thought. I'm nervous. There's so many people here. So this is different than a speech bubble because I didn't actually say it out loud. So I am going to make it into like a cloud for a internal thought, not a speech bubble. Okay, and then, but maybe the man on the microphone, I know right here, I said, will the Masters of Science and Education please come to the stage to get hooded? Right here, he might be saying something like, welcome Masters of Education. Masters of Education. On this page, definitely a speech bubble coming from the man on the microphone was Kelly Jean Biller, comma, Master of Science in Education. And then this guy probably said, smile. And she probably whispered to me, congrats. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there. So writers, today your job is to go back to your stories, and I want you to try to add speech bubbles and internal thoughts to your pictures. And if you're starting a new story today, challenge yourself to include speech bubbles and internal thoughts in your stories. Thanks, writers.